With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us once again here on the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. Swift Motorsports, Butt Kicker, Breezy Acre Dairy Farms Xfinity Series sets to fire things off. First road course of the season. Tonight, these drivers are going to have to turn left and right. There you can see the track layout right there on your screen. 3.5 miles around this. I call it a 15-turn track. You may want to call it a 17, all how you break it down in the corners. There you can see a few drivers out there on track already. Qualifying underway here tonight. 10-minute qualifying session for this road course. Going to take these drivers about, I would say, about a minute and 45 seconds to get around the track. One good solid time. So how you doing? How you feeling out there in TV Land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave bringing you all the calls here for Swift Motorsports. Let's see, we do have a lot of drivers out there, so why don't we go out there, see what we can see. Let's take a ride around here. Let's go ahead, zoom in on the 7D Walt machine. That Ford Mustang piloted by Tommy Holt sits pretty, I think, in the point standings just outside of the top 10. I believe he's running about 12th or 13th. We'll check in on that here in just a few moments. Get some of these drivers an opportunity to come down and around the track, put in a time lap. We've got a ton of drivers out there on the track already. Jim Ott, Ryan Sizemore, Chad Osborne, as well as Gary May, Jeff Glockner, Casey Duncan, Todd Cray, Andrew Mraz out there, as well as Rhett Tucker, Tommy Holt, Tommy Haynes, Darren Clement, all out there on time laps already. So track very busy here at Daytona. Holt going to slow down for the front stretch chicane, the NASCAR chicane as it's been dubbed as the Rolex 24-hour race here. They do not use that front stretch chicane. They come all the way off of NASCAR 4 and all the way around here to turn number 1. Drew Mraz going to go top of the speed charts in the 38 machine. We'll go ahead and throw some of that qualifying information up for you right there on the left-hand side of your screen. Andrew Mraz leads Michael Mueller. Mueller was the fastest in happy hour here just moments ago. That coming to a close. We are already halfway through tonight's qualifying session for the first road course race of the season here. Race number 5, season number 3 for Swift Motorsports. Butt kicker Breezy Acres Dairy Farms. Xfinity Series Todd Cray, only race winner inside of your top 10 in qualifying right now. Looks like Rhett Tucker and Justin Gann yet to put in their time lap. Gann's going to have to get out there very quick, otherwise he may not have enough time to get 2 solid laps in. Still watching Tommy Holt. He's 11th on the speed charts. Let's see who else is out there. Holt going to make his way into NASCAR number 1 here in his second time lap. Let's take a look back. Let's see. Looks like Casey Duncan in the 18 machine. He's out there in his Toyota Supra. I wanted to say Tundra for a second. That was last night out at Phoenix here in Swift Motorsports. We were racing in the trucks last night, each and every Tuesday night. You can check them out right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, as well as every Wednesday night. You can check out the Butt Kicker Breezy Acre Dairy Farms Xfinity Series, brought to you by Swift Motorsports. We'll go take a look at this 18 machine, the Great House Toyota Supra, piloted by Casey Duncan as he makes his way around this road course. Damian Linegar gonna take the top spot away. Quick time 1:55.96. Michael Mueller gonna end his second time lap back in the second spot, 1:56.28. So Mueller a little bit off pace from where he was in happy hour. Still a good starting spot for the time being, as we are just about 7 minutes into this 10-minute qualifying session here tonight. So drivers, if they haven't already started a time lap, doesn't look like they're going to get one in the bag. Casey Duncan's going to be very hard-pressed to get both of his time laps in. Rhett Tucker as well out there in that 99 Ford Mustang. He's going to be putting his first time lap down. He's going to be very close to being able to make it back a lap around, and he's going to go ahead, shut it down. Tucker going to go 5th here in qualifying. Casey Duncan going to jump to 12th with his first time lap. Darren Clement going to slot in that 4th position. There you see Clement. He's going to go ahead and call it quits on his time laps as well. So I do believe that's going to pretty much do it for qualifying. Doesn't look like Osborne, Ayerson, Pettit, Ayers Jr., Starcher, Shriver, Gann, Kidder, Kosadoy, or Scruggs going to put in a time lap here in qualifying. So it does indeed look like the 2 of Damian Leninger going to take the pole position here tonight for the first road course race. And Leninger, he's been fast here in qualifying, took the pole position last week as well when these drivers were at Kentucky. Leninger went with a 30.62 to take the pole last week. He's going to set fast time tonight, 1:55.96. That too has got qualifying figured out. And as we have the final few moments here in qualifying, we're going to step away for just a brief commercial and sponsor break. We'll be back trackside with your national anthem and then give you your starting lineup. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage. Your car is toast. You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Press and hold your reset button and we'll come and get you.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof
backtrack side as the Jets fly over field. Makes their way through final pre-race inspection. That's going to give us just a little bit of time, so why don't we go ahead, run down your championship standings coming into tonight's race. There you can see them on the screen right here in the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. Darren Clement leads the point standings just ahead of Todd Cray. Cray with 2 race wins to his name already this season, so he's won half of the races already run here so far this season, season number 3 for these drivers. Jason Ayerson running in that 3rd spot. Check out Nick Hunt. Great season start for that 00. He sits 5th in the point standings. Casey Duncan, Jeff Glockner also with a good run so far. You can see Justin Gann just inside of your top 15. Justin, one of the drivers that have been to victory lane, he's going to have himself locked in to the championship standings. He's going to be able, well, he's already in the championship standings, locked in to the chase grid. Right at about 6 races left before we lock in that grid for the championship run, so keep that on your mind. The more race winners we have, the harder it's going to be for these drivers to slot themselves into a grid position, and it does look like most of the field has indeed made their way through final pre-race inspection. You know that sound, you know what it is. It's time to run down tonight's starting lineup for the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series race number 5 right here at Daytona Road Course. The 2, Damian Leninger, gonna take the top spot here in qualifying. He'll start pole position here tonight inside row number 1. Just to his outside, the fast 51 of Michael Mueller. Row number 2 tonight, Andrew Moraz, followed by the 38 of Darren Clement. Pierce Maffitt, Rhett Tucker gonna round out row number 3, back in the 7th starting spot, that 00 of Nick Hunt. Todd Cray gonna slot in just to his outside in the 8th position, back row number 5 here tonight, the 4 of Jim Ott, followed by the 98 of Hunter Corrier. Row number 6, 17 of Tommy Haynes gonna line up inside, outside of him, the Ford X Racing driver, the 18 Great House Toyota Supra, piloted by Casey Duncan. Row number 7 tonight, the 8 of Brian Sizemore, followed by the 11 of Gary Wells. Tommy Holt and Jeff Gluckner back in row number 8. Gary May going to start in 17th. 18th tonight, the 59 GTR Simulator sponsored Jim Thorndike. Chad Osborne, Dustin Scruggs going to round out your top 20. Jason Ayerson in the 44 machine going to line up inside row number 11 just to his outside. The 30 of Justin Gann. Andy Starcher, Adam Pettit, Stephen Ayers Jr., and Nicholas Shriver round out your field here tonight. That's your rundown, and green flag flies. Quick draw tonight. Leninger nails the gas, and green flag flies for the first and, well, probably only time here tonight at the Daytona road course. Keep in mind, race fans, only local yellows when we head to road courses here, so field definitely going to have to stay on the pavement, keep it in between the grass. That is pretty much the goal for most of these drivers, as already we're seeing some drivers head into some trouble. Nick Hunt goes to the inside of Todd Cray. He's going to take that position away. Cray falling back just a little bit here on this start. Jeff Gluckner and Chad Osborne, they have some trouble. What happened back here with Gluckner? Let's go back, take a look real quick. Got it on the replay already. You can see a few drivers already around Gluckner gonna hit the brakes, and, well, he's gonna go around as well. Chad Osborne also involved with a little incident. Will join the race back live, though. Nick Hunt right there in that 00. He's behind the Busch sponsored Ford Mustang of Darren Clement. Love when I get to talk about Darren. Love that paint scheme Not a beverage fan, is how I'll put it, but still, I like it. Gary May with an incident here on lap number 1 as well. And what has happened to Damian Leninger? Leninger has dropped all the way back. Oh my goodness, let's see if we can't see what happened there to Leninger. And it looks like he had a little off-track moment. We'll get to that here in just a brief second. We'll keep that queued up. Producers are giving us the thumbs up for it. Let's jump to that real quick. This is how Leninger lost that race lead. You can see him on the brakes hard. He goes off track, way out in the grass. Slow little slide there. Gives up a ton of ground, a ton of track position. Look at all the drivers all over him there. Luckily enough for him, he's able to get it going back in the right direction. He'll stay in front of Darren Clement, but back already to 5th. After taking the top spot in qualifying, now Michael Mueller led that first lap, and he's got Andrew Mraz all over him. Check out that 38 of Mraz, and I tell you what, I believe we can check it out from his cockpit. I do believe we have a few onboard camera shots here tonight with the driver inside of that Ford Mustang. Andrew Mraz will jump on board. There you go, just a look right over the shoulder as he tries to catch your race leader, that 51 of Michael Mueller. Can just hear and look at that RPM. Whoa, a little bit of a correction right there after he was on the gas. You can see just how low that RPM gauge goes. And oh, Mueller gonna run wide. Mueller gonna run wide as we head back to NASCAR 1. Field will make their way through the corner and back around to the backstretch chicane. 38 of Mraz all over Mueller. How about Damian Leninger? He's right back there at your pole sitter. He's trying to catch back up to that 99 of Red Tucker. Tucker was quick in qualifying, was quick in happy hour as well. He's already gained 2 positions from where he started tonight's race. 99 looking for the front. The 41 of Pierce Maffitt having a little bit of a moment there. Driver's going to be all over him. 3 wide back into NASCAR 3. Bit of a moment for these Breezy Acre Dairy Farms Xfinity Series drivers. Leninger not playing around. He's going to go 3 wide for a moment, force the issue into braking and contact. Leninger goes around. Leninger going around off of the nose after pushing the issue down into the NASCAR chicane. Oh no, right across. I do believe that may have been, let's take a look back at it real quick. I believe that was the 99 of Rhett Tucker that he went across the nose of. None of Tucker's fault. He had that position. He had the spot going into the corner. It looked like just unfortunate little circumstance there for Damian Leninger. He'll get it turned around, headed back in the right direction. Tough break for him. We'll recheck the race lead up here. Already now out to 4 seconds. What happened to Mraz? He lost a ton of ground. Oh, and Mraz runs wide just like Leninger did. He's going to lose a spot to Rhett Tucker. Tucker now going to take that second spot away. Pierce Maffitt going to make his way through as well. Darren Clement up to 5th. He's looking for a little bit more. Jump around the track just a little bit, try to bring you some of the battles that are out here on this 15-turn road course. There you can see a few drivers stacked up running with each other. Jim Hott, Todd Cray, man on screen in that 22 machine. Adam Pettit, Justin Gann, not far off of them. Cray and Gann both to victory lane already so far this season. Driver sitting in the second spot, Rhett Tucker, he's been to victory lane as well. Looks like Mueller checking out right now, though. 6.3, the second advantage over the field. That 51 has got command of this race. He can set the pace, set the the way he runs the car for the tire aspect of things. And it's always a good spot when you can do that. You can manage the pace, manage the gaps, and not really have to worry about much at all. Mueller walking away. Still watching the 4-car battle on track right here. Jim Ott, Todd Cray, Adam Pettit, and Justin Gann all nose to tail gonna cross the line. 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th on the track. Looks like Darren Clement has an off-track moment. Gonna get it back, headed in the right direction. He'll lose just a little bit of ground, about 3 seconds. Oh, and Clement still struggling. He's gonna have contact with the outside wall now. Into that guardrail, and now Clement drops all the way back into the 13th position, and he's got the 58 of Pettit as well as the 30 of Justin Gann breathing down his neck now. That's just how quick it can happen, race fans. That's just how quick it can all go wrong. Gary Wells running back in the 17th position has an off-track excursion as well. He'll get it headed back in the right direction, though. The 11 looking to close in on a top 15 here tonight. Wells sitting outside of your top 10 in the point standings coming into tonight's race. Needing to turn the season around here are a few drivers, and will this road course be the place where it all takes place? Looks like we may have a new race winner here. Mueller is gone to a 6-second advantage over Rhett Tucker. He's got about a second over Andrew Mraz, now running in third after 38. Ran wide a handful of laps ago. This is pretty much your best battles on the track right now. 4-car battle underway. Jim Ott, Todd Cray, Adam Pettit, Justin Gann just behind him. I tell you what, why don't we get a look back here off of Adam Pettit's 58 machine. There you can see Justin Gann not far off of him. You find that 32 of Darren Clement. He's trying to recover. Big braking moment right here. Gann looking to the inside. I think he's going to grab that spot. And we're missing it, and there it is. Gann and Darren Clement both going to get by Adam Pettit. He'll fall back to 14. Gonna check back in at the front of the field. Here's Rhett Tucker. He's got Andrew Mraz right behind him. 38, heating him up just a little bit. Can he get around that 99? It's a Ford front of this field. All your podium spots all belong to those blue ovals, and then it is a row of Toyotas. You've got 3 Fords, 3 Toyotas, another Ford before you find your first Chevy in the field here tonight. So it looks like the Camaros not liking the road course here tonight. Number 8 of Ryan Sizemore, he is your highest running Camaro driver in the Chevy family. Only one besides Jim Ott inside of that top 10. Todd Cray back in 11th has the bow tie on the front of his machine as well. But it looks like most of the Chevys here tonight struggling outside of your top 15. We'll have to keep that in our books for when we head to a road course a little later on in the season or next year. We'll have to check the stats and see if these Fords and Toyotas are just as dominant. Todd Cray has an off-track excursion as well. He's going to lose big time. Drop all the way outside of your top 15. Cray now runs in 16. Darren Clement, Justin Gann, 11th and 12th on the speedway. Gann making up 11 positions so far here tonight. There you can see that 24 of Jeff Gluckner. He had a little bit of trouble earlier tonight, still trying to recover from that. Nicholas Shriver also with trouble early. He's trying to make his way by the 11 of Gary Wells, and there you can see just behind Wells is Gary May in the 10 machine. The Tire Pros Chevy Camaro not looking so tough here tonight. He's outside of your top 15, running in the 18th position, and Damian Leninger has another moment here tonight. Leninger hits the wall, goes off track. Tough break for that 2 machine. Your pole sitter here struggling with the race pace. Gonna jump around the track just a little bit. Once again, back to the spot up at the front of this field. These 2 drivers continue to mix it up as Rhett Tucker, he's slowly walked away from Andrew Mraz running in that 38 machine. There you can see him, and there you can see Michael Mueller making his way through that backstretch chicane already. Mueller 6.8 seconds in front of Tucker. Tucker just about a half a second in front of Mraz. Backfield, Nicholas Shriver in the one machine back in the 19th spot. He's had an off-track moment. He gets it collected and headed back in the right direction, but a lot of drivers having a lot of trouble here tonight. Todd Cray looks like he may be off track. Cray with some troubles here tonight. Maybe an electrical issue that's got him back there in the garage for the time being. Cray out of the race trying to fix that machine. We'll see if he can't make his way back onto the track. He's going to be multiple laps down, but still you gotta wonder if he's going to make it back out there or not. He's got 2 wins to fall back on for the chase grid, so tough call for that 22 of Cray. And as you can see on that scroller down there on the bottom of your screen, will we see a repeat winner or a first time? Whoa, big dive into the corner. Andrew Mraz laid on the brake, and he's going to take that second spot away from Rhett Tucker. My gosh, that was textbook perfect dive bomb material right there. Both of the drivers made it through safe. Now, how about Rhett Tucker? After Mraz runs wide, after a beautiful pass, Mraz going to run wide as they make their way back to NASCAR Turn 1. Give the spot back to that 99 of Tucker. And with the race lead that Michael Mueller has, he's going to have a big-time moment, or he's going to have to have, or he's going to have a component failure here. He's already out to 8.7 seconds, so I do think we're going to see ourselves a new winner here this week. Thought we may see Damian Liniger get to victory lane. He was fast in happy hour, fastest in qualifying, walked away with the pole position here, but has not translated that into race pace. Liniger runs back in 7th. And I tell you what, let's jump back a little bit, find some of the battles out there on the track. There you can see the 4 of Jim Ott. He's got Justin Gann, Darren Clement stacked up behind him. Adam Pettit, another 3 seconds back from him as Ott closes in on Casey Duncan, and Ryan Sizemore not too far off from them. 3 drivers all under a blanket. Gann hitting those turtles in the NASCAR chicane. Coming back across the stripe will begin lap number 8. Out of the 50 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. That's how many miles? Anybody? 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 No? 175 miles in tonight's official race distance. Oh, Ott with some trouble. The 18 slow through the corner, and Gann gonna make his way right into the top 10. How about that pass by Gann? He's gonna get 2-4-1. Darren Clement gonna drop a spot as well to Gann, and that's how he made it to the 9th spot. Check that man out, getting a few spots here and there. Check out that paint scheme. We're gonna get a little bit up close and personal if we can there. That's a pretty slick paint job on side of that 30. Check out the chrome. Liking it right there. Ayers Eye Racing paints wrap on that 30 Ford Mustang out there tonight. And Gann looking like he's got some speed, looking like he's got some pace. We'll have to see if he can keep it up for the rest of these 41 laps that we have still got to go here tonight. A lot of opportunity for these drivers to have mistakes. Long night for these drivers, as we will see no caution flags fly, no stage breaks, no catching up. You have got to get it each and every lap, you got to stay focused, got to be on it, got to keep the rhythm. Road course racing, a lot of people wouldn't believe it's about the rhythm, but once you get into a good lap time, a good mode, a good race pace, you tend to see a rhythm where you know, okay, 3, 2, 1, brake, 3, 2, 1, gas, 3. You begin to catch that rhythm on the parts of tracks, especially through the chicanes here. Look for a few of these drivers as the grip begins to, as the rubber begins to get in those chicanes. Look for some of those drivers to try to maybe just move the wheel so not so much, not be as hard on the brakes, and still just use the momentum of the car to kind of snake their way through the chicane as they get more and more comfortable, as more and more rubber goes down here at this beautiful 3.5-mile race facility. And I have had the pleasure to walk from one end to the other by mistake, actually, but nonetheless, it was a great journey, great time. What a weekend down there at Daytona. I tell you what, it was a time for sure. Gonna check back here with that Chevy Camaro of Jim Ott for just a brief second as we've got a battle for yet another spot. Justin Gann right there on Ryan Sizemore. No, we've got a driver around. Stephen Ayers Jr. has a moment. The one of Nicholas Shriver also with a moment. He's going to go up to the top of the speedway, try to work his way around these drivers, let the lead lap cars by and continue their battle. Gann and Clement still going at it with each other as they both closed in. Right there, you can see it, Ryan Sizemore. Whoa, little bit of a wiggle coming off of that corner, and he's going to, whoa, big time struggle putting the power down. Gann and Clement going to go right on around that 8 of Ryan Sizemore. He's going to drop back into that 10th position, side by side into turn number 1. Gann on the inside. He's going to take that spot, or keep that spot, I should say, as Darren Clement in that 32 looks for a way back around the 30 and back up in the front of this field. Both of these drivers hunting a top 5. Gann going to run wide there in turn number 3. Give that spot back to Clement. Mueller. He gone. Just like in the movie. Yeah, I know it's Bueller, not Mueller. But we're going to do it anyway, because why not? I mean, checked out. He gone. 8.7 second race lead for this man, Michael Mueller, as he brings his iRacing sponsored 51 machine down to pit lane this time by. He's going to get 4 fresh tires and some fuel inside of his Ford Mustang. Andrew Moraz going to come to pit road this time as well. Jeff Gluckner has some trouble. We've seen that one of Nicholas Shriver go off track and spin, so drivers still getting caught out. Pierce Maffitt going to come down pit road as well. Nick Hunt going to make his way off the corner. What does he do? Does he bring it to pit road? We'll have to wait and see. Through NASCAR chicane here. Will he make that right-hand turn and go down pit road? Yes, he does. Damian Leninger going to stay out on the track. He's going to try to catch back up, gain a little bit of track position. He's going to stay out here. Andrew Moraz down and away, getting up to speed. Leninger going to go back to the 3rd spot here after taking the pole position in qualifying here. Leninger has been struggling tonight. The 99 of Rhett Tucker getting it. You seen him sideways through turn 1. My gosh, Tucker, man, he's driving the daylights out of that machine. I'll tell you that much. Why don't we go back here with Rhett Tucker for just a moment? Tell you what, we're going to jump. I do believe we have a gyro camera on board of that 99. Yes, we do. Watch. We'll take a lap around here. What do you say with Rhett Tucker? Leninger struggling just a little bit right ahead of Rhett Tucker, looking out the windshield there. Tucker trying to close in. Back into NASCAR 1 and off of turn 2 here. They'll come to the backstretch chicane. Tucker down through the gears on the gearbox. Look at him close in, and that's what I was talking about, a rhythm. It just nice and easy, roll through that corner there, back into the gas, back up through the gears, and he's going to gain a little bit of time. Leninger going to scoot away for just a brief moment, but look for Tucker to close back in. Jump back outside of the car as we watch this battle unfold right before our eyes. Third and fourth on the speedway here, back through NASCAR chicane, the front stretch chicane. Leninger gonna stay out. He's yet to come to pit road. 12 laps into tonight's race, and we have still got a handful of drivers actually to come to pit road. Courier as well as Jim Ott gonna come to pit road. Rhett Tucker almost blows turn 1. That's gonna let Leninger scoot away just a little bit, and moments like that turn into big moments throughout this race. You compound those little tiny mistakes, and they eventually add up. Rhett Tucker trying to minimize it, getting back in the gas pretty good here. He's going to try to close that gap back to Damian Leninger, running in that third and final podium spot. Looks like Ryan Sizemore, Jason Ayrson going to have some trouble. Gary Wells also with an incident. We'll go back, check, see what happened with this 44 of Jason Ayrson. Whoa, the 8 of Sizemore coming in hot. Sizemore into the chicane, hot and heavy, and he's going to make contact with that 44 of Jason Ayrson. I tell you what, let's go back, take a look, right with Sizemore. There you see him coming off of the corner here. Oh, hot and heavy, and there's the contact, almost up and over goes Jason Ayrson. Oh my gosh. Let's go on board. We do got an on board here with Jason Ayrson. Then we'll get right back live with the racing action here at Daytona Road Course. Ayrson just into the corner, and then just, whoa, just all of a sudden up and almost over. That was definitely an oh moment for Jason Ayrson. Leninger and the two going to peel off this time by. He'll head to pit road for the first time inside of that Ford number 2. Took the pole position here tonight. He's going to give up a little bit of track positions now as he heads down to pit road for his service and tires. Michael Mueller out to a 4.5-second race advantage. The gap has shrunk, but is he just keeping some race pace at this point in time? Knowing you got 4 or 5 second race advantage, you can really just kind of, you can be easy. You can be easy on the car, easy on the brakes, easy on that throttle without having to worry about battling for position into the next corner. You can really set up your corners, really hit your marks, and really dictate the pace of the race. And look for Mueller to kind of play with that gap just a little bit. Looking at the pit stops, it does look like Mraz was about 0.3 faster in his pit box. Overall, about a half a second faster. So there you go. There's a little bit of the time made up by Mraz here. And I believe we're going to see ourselves about 3 to 4 pit stops here tonight. So drivers and their crew got to be on it all night long. Not just about, oh my gosh. And as I say, drivers got to be on it all night long. Mueller almost has some big time trouble there. Losing a ton of ground, over a second lost right there by blowing that backstretch chicane. Gonna jump around just a little bit now, try to see if we can't find any battles out there on the track. Adam Pettit in the 58 machine, he's just outside of your top 10, running in the 11th spot. Darren Clement in that 32 Ford Mustang, the Busch sponsored 32 machine, running right there behind Ryan Sizemore. Ryan running in the 12th spot. Just behind him, the 18 of Casey Duncan sits in his Great House Toyota Supra. Tommy Haynes in the 17 Chevy Camaro will round out your top 10. Top 15. Sorry, 15. I can count, I promise. I just can't read. Rhett Tucker in that third position. He's gathering it up, getting some faster laps turned in here as we jump around to multiple drivers that seem like they're heading in the right direction. Casey Duncan breaks into the top 15. Duncan sits now in that 13th spot. He had a little bit of struggles earlier here tonight. The 98 also running well. Courier inside of the top 10. He runs in the 8th position. Jim Thorndike struggling here tonight. Jason Ayrson lined up just behind him. Ayrson, long time in the pit box after heavy contact from Ryan Sizemore getting into the NASCAR chicane on the front stretch. Ayrson almost went up and over after that contact, and he was on pit road for quite some time fixing up that damage. The 66 of Dustin Scruggs gonna have a little bit of a connection issue for a moment. Scruggs up 6 spots so far here tonight. He runs in 14th. Biggest mover of the race, though, this man right here on screen, working his way back into the NASCAR turn number 1 there. Justin Gann up 15 spots in the 7th position here, slowly reeling in Nick Hunt in that double O. And it is going to be a hard-pressed fight to get inside of that top 5. A lot of drivers in that top 5 have big gaps all between. Jumping around the track just a little bit, trying to find some action for you here on this 3.5 miles, 15 turn road course here at Daytona International Super Speedway. Here for race number 5 in season number 3 for Swift Motorsports. Butt Kicker, Breezy Acre Dairy Farms Xfinity Series, riding with the 18 of Casey Duncan. He's got his Great House Toyota Supra. Oh my gosh. Oh, Ryan Sizemore. Woo. And the Red Dog 8 machine. I believe that's the Red Dog machine once again here on the track tonight. Sizemore. My goodness, that could have... Yeah, that could have went wrong real quick once again here tonight. Darren Clement, how about this man? He's got Adam Pettit right behind him, the 58, trying to make up a spot. Not able to get there just yet. Right out in front of them, the Auto Owners Insurance Chevy Camaro, piloted by Jim Ott. That Ford machine runs right where he started tonight's race, right there in the 9th position. Darren Clement back in 10th. Adam Pettit right on his heels, sitting in the 11th position. Justin Gann up in the 7th spot, just kind of hanging out at this point in time. Big gap back through a lot of this field. We'll look at the timing and scoring here. Do a little bit of house cleaning tonight. Started tonight's race with 25 drivers. We have still got 22 out on the track. Well, 21 on the track, 22 still with a chance to turn some laps here tonight. Looks like the one of Nicholas Shriver. He's back behind the pit wall, fixing and repairing his race car here tonight. Gary Wells, Jeff Gluckner, Todd Cray, and Chad Osborne all listed out of the race here tonight. as we continue to lay down these laps. Lap number 16 on underway, and we have only got 15 left on the lead lap. Gary May in that number 10 machine, he's listed first driver off of the lead lap down in that lucky dog position, but we won't see a caution flag fly here tonight. Only local yellows when we run the road courses here in Swift Motorsports. So drivers have, first and foremost, and we see a driver smoking. That is some tough luck right there. I believe that may be Jim Thorndike. No, not Thorndike. Stephen Ayers Jr. possibly. No. Whoa, Red Tucker comes sliding into the picture. How about that? Red Tucker, man. I tell you what, if this was a tryout for Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, he'd probably get the part. That was crazy quick through that chicane. Throwing the car in there. Red Tucker trying to make up some time if he can. 15 seconds behind Andrew Mraz at this point in time. 19 seconds behind your race leader. And I believe that was Tommy Holton, the 7 machine that had the trouble engine smoking. He is on the pit road. I still can't get over Red Tucker. Man, he threw that thing into the chicane. Drove the wheels off of it. It went sideways. He stomped on it and rode it out. My gosh, that. Whoa, gonna cook the brakes here a little bit. Rotor's still not glowing just yet on that 99 of Tucker, so there's still a little bit more brake to be had inside of that machine. We'll jump up a little bit further on the field. Check out this 38 of Andrew Mraz running well here tonight. Andrew sitting in that second spot. He's going to close in on the back marker. That's the 17 of Tommy Haynes. Haynes going to be listed off of the lead lap now, as we've only got, I believe, 14 drivers left on the lead lap. Indeed, Tommy Haynes listed first driver off of the lead lap, running in 15. Ooh, mixing it up. Love this racing action. Gosh, doesn't get much better than this. Left and right hand turns at Daytona International Super Speedway. We'll ride with Mraz. He's gonna get that spot now. No troubles as the 17 moves to the top of the raceway. Obeys the typical blue flags in road course racing. We don't see them so much at the NASCAR road courses, but blue flag being displayed there for the 17. He's going to move out of the way and let the lead lap car of Andrew Mraz by, and he'll set sail. Look at the gap already made up. Gonna look for some battles now. Let's go back here with Adam Pettit. He's beginning to close in on Jim Ott through the back stretch chicane. Oh, and Clement putting a couple cones. Mad at the man who set him there. If that was part of the driver's ed course, well, he would probably fail. Well, I mean, he's got a Busch beer sponsor, so maybe he's, maybe a little bit woozy. No, I'm just kidding. Ott, Pettit, Clement, all right there running with each other. That's Jim Thorndike in the 59 GTR simulator machine. Thorndike listed off of the lead lap. And Jim Ott, he's going to move out the way. He's going to let these two fight it out. Darren Clement, Adam Pettit, they've got pace and they want to go towards the front. They'll take 9th and 10th for the time being. Oh, and Thorndike going to blow the corner. He's going to blow right through the chicane. Jim Thorndike goes right through the chicane. There you can see him having to almost come to a dead stop to give those spots back. Thorndike, well, I guess that's the gentleman thing to do, actually, right there. Realized he wasn't going to make the corner, so he just blew right through the chicane. And I guess, I mean, that's the way it should be, you know. Instead of going in, wiping a car or two out, you know, maybe just play it the safe route, give up a little bit of track time for a moment and kind of relax, refocus, and, you know, settle back in. You may be able to make that time back up by the end of the race. 5.6 second race advantage right now for Michael Mueller. That 51 has absolutely set sail here tonight as we are closing in on our second round of green flag pit stops. We've seen most of these drivers have about a 10 to 12 lap run, and as I say it, Rhett Tucker gonna come to pit road this time by. Race leader Michael Mueller, he's going to stay out on the track. Will he be able to lap Rhett Tucker? That is the question. Tucker was about 19 seconds back when he came to pit road. He's going to give up quite some time, upwards of about 40 to 43 seconds through the pit stop. Down and away without any problem. All right, Rhett Tucker going to keep himself inside of the top 5. I was interested in seeing if Mueller could get around the track fast enough, but fortunately enough, he did not have enough distance, so Tucker going to keep himself in a position, although he's almost 1 minute down from rear race leader. No trouble in front. Jim Ott has an issue. Pierce Maffett also with some trouble. What happened? Nicholas Shriver also with some trouble. Oh my gosh, we've got drivers with trouble all over. We'll jump back here, see what happened with the 11 of Shriver on board with him. Looks like up onto the turtle, up onto the corner. Oh, gassed it up and oh no. Hard impact with the outside wall. That's the contact we heard. Jim Ott also with some trouble here. We'll jump outside of the car to take just a look real quick. Try to see what happened with Jim Ott. No, just getting crossed up. It was Jim Ott, Pierce Maffett, Casey Duncan with some trouble. We'll go check what happened with Duncan here on the Turn 3 replay. 18 Toyota Supra down into the NASCAR chicane, and well, nope, not down into the chicane. He's going to blow it on by. Wasn't going to make the stop, so went ahead, came to a stop. He's going to get headed back in the right direction, back with your race leader, Michael Mueller at the front. Gap now down under 4 seconds for the first time in a very long time here tonight. And a lot of crazy action there right in front of your race leader. A lot of those replays we went back to, your race leader was in the area of them, so he's going to give up a little bit of time with that, and you can see a little bit of left side damage on that 51 iRacing sponsored Ford Mustang. You seen him with a little bit of trouble, a little bit of a struggle through the backstretch chicane just a handful, about maybe 7 or 8 laps ago, I believe it was. And here he is again, right back into that backstretch chicane, and you can see him cutting that corner, cut it right there, not making contact with those big yellow turtle shells, as Dale Jr. coined them. So that's keeping that car grounded, not allowing it to get a little out of shape through the Watusi, if you will. You never want your car doing the Watusi. I don't even know what that is, but it doesn't sound like something your car needs to be doing. And on the pit road comes Mueller as well as Andrew Mraz. He's going to bring that 38 machine back down to pit road. Pierce Maffett, what will the Blues diecast 41 Toyota Supra driver do? Will he bring it to pit road this time by, or will he stay out on the track, inching closer and closer to the halfway point here tonight? Drivers putting in some fast laps here, really cooking. Oh, there you can see just what those turtles will do. You can see the whole shocks and springs changing up, having some issues there, and it looks like Maffett gonna stay out on the track. He's yet to come to pit road. Ryan Sizemore, Tommy Holt still down onto pit road this time by. If you haven't already, race fans, join us in the push to 2,000 subscribers. Drop these drivers a thumbs up hit subscribe and smash that bell over there with the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you each and every time you stop by, whether you're just sliding in to say hey or you're the dedicated fan, friend, or family like we have Miss April and Sherry out here rooting on Rhett Tucker. Jess joining us each and every week here, rooting on Todd Gray and that 22. We appreciate all of you coming in each and every week. Mark it on your calendars. Tell you what, better yet, hit that subscribe button, smash the bell, and you'll get notified when we do go live. Action all week long, 7 days a week, right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. So while you're here, while you're at it, drop these Swift Motorsports, Butt Kicker, Breezy Acre Dairy Farms Xfinity Series drivers a thumbs up. Pierce Maffitt staying out on the track. He's got his Supra looking good here. He's running in that third spot. Rhett Tucker back in the fourth position right now in that 99 machine. He's been to pit road for his second time already. Maffitt still has to visit victory lane at least one more time. Damian Linegar right there running in fifth. He's got to come to pit road again. Justin Gann, Hunter Courier, as well as Nick Hunt, Darren Clement, Adam Pettit, Jim Ott. They're all yet to make their second stop of this race. And as I say that, Maffitt gonna peel off for pit road. How about this though? What happened here? New race leader Andrew Mraz gonna take the top spot away. Let's go back and take a look at that pass. There you can see Mraz all, oh, and Maffitt, big time mistake. Oh my gosh, big mistake there by Maffitt. He was all over those turtle shells. There you can see the right side kicked up. That got him out of shape and out of whack for the right side. One more look at it. We'll see if we got a blimp camera shot of that. Looks like we do. One more time at it, then we'll go back live once again. There you can see the car all out of shape and then almost four wheels off of the ground at one moment. Mueller gonna lose that spot. Andrew Mraz, your new race leader. Our second race leader, third race leader of the night. And so far here, and now Mueller, he's got to get back in form, and he's got to take that top spot back away as these drivers begin to work their way into some lap traffic. Going to be some hot and heavy lap traffic here very soon for your top two drivers, as now Mraz flexing the muscle a little bit. He's going to open up that gap to 1.3 seconds over the 51, who was dominating the first portion of this race. There you can see a back marker. I believe that was the 44. It looks like the 44 of Jason Ayrson. Just kind of moving out of the way right there for your race leaders, letting them battle it on out. And how about this little battle? We'll check this battle out as Hunter Courier, he's beginning to battle in that 98 machine with Nick Hunt. We're all over him right now. Hunt back on the gas, back up through the gears. Both of these Toyota Supra drivers gonna see who's got the guts as they head off of the banking here at Daytona International Superspeedway and down onto the backstretch and into the backstretch chicane. Who's gonna break late? Let's stay. Let's stick it out. Let's find out who's the bravest in the Toyota camp. Whoa! 98 late on the braking, almost into, oh, big upsetting the car right there. Big moment hitting the turtle shell with the right front of that 98 machine, and that's what happens right there. You just lose momentum after you hit those things. Cars get all sorts of out of shape. And now Courier gonna have to make up some ground back on Hunt. Meanwhile, back at the front, looks like Mueller is on his way back to that front, back to that top spot. He's right there running with Mraz. Big slide through the backstretch chicane. Mueller, he is on it trying to get there, but I'm not sure he's got anything for the speed company. 38 of Andrew Mraz. He's been running well all night long here, race fans. And that 38 looks to continue that trend here tonight. We will jump around just here briefly, give you a little bit more of the action out there on the track as we've got a battle back there with Nick Hunt, Hunter Courier still going at it with each other, Tommy Haynes, and I believe that was Ryan Sizemore battling for just a brief moment as Scruggs going to step away back in that 13th position inside of the 66 Ford Mustang. Scruggs looks to try to close in on a top 10. Race leaders going by the 4 of Jim Ott. That's going to put Ott one lap down, and he'll be listed as the first driver one lap down. Nick Hunt, now last driver on the lead lap. He runs in 10th. And how about the story tonight for Andrew Mraz if he's able to hold on to this thing for the rest of tonight's race? Came into tonight's race outside of the top 10 in your point standings, and if he can get a race win here tonight, if he can lead the most laps here tonight, looks like he will not only just break inside of that top 10, but he'll have himself a shot at a championship as he'll slot and secure himself in the chase grid early here, with still a lot of races yet to be had before we get to that chase about excuse me, tonight's race, the halfway point actually in the regular season, so it's still a long way out there, but it's going to come up fast, it's going to come up quick here for the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series drivers. So Andrew Mraz looking to finish this one off if he can here tonight, and it looks like he's going to be the best at the road course here tonight. Rhett Tucker, unfortunately, not going to get back to victory lane. Todd Cray, last week's race winner at Kentucky, not going to be able to repeat here tonight. Cray, early trouble, unable to get back out on the track. His race going to end very early tonight. Cray will lose a little bit on the point standing side as well. He came into tonight's race sitting 5 points out of the top spot, being held down by Darren Clement, and Clement also with some struggles here tonight. Your points leader runs in 14th. Oh, locking the brakes up hard into the corner. 38. All sorts of out of shape right there. Didn't slide sideways, but you've seen all the smoke coming off of that left front. That is not good. You don't want to flat spot the tires if you happen to have a tire issue, a blown tire. It is a tough track to get around all the way without damaging the car significantly. So we'll see how that 38's tires hold up after that big lock up into the corner. Adam Pettit going to go ahead and head to pit road this time by the 58. Back down onto pit road for what will be his third stop of the race. A little bit premature compared to what most drivers are able to stretch out on their pit stop so far here tonight. Michael Mueller closing in once again on your race leader, Andrew Mraz. That lockup may have been the moment that Mueller needed, struggling just a little bit now is Mraz. This is one of your closest battles on the track. Andrew Mraz and Michael Mueller, they stay at it. They stay at it right now. Damian Leninger, how about that? He's able to stretch it all the way to 25 laps to go before making his second pit stop of the night. Looks like he's going to look for a 3-stop, as everybody else may have a 4-stop race in mind. And you know, just like the ticker asked down there, the scroll bar asked who is going to take the top spot on the road course here tonight. We thought it was going to be this man right here. He was out to a commanding race lead in Michael Mueller. He has dropped quite a bit of time, and he finds himself now running back in the second spot. Rhett Tucker running well here tonight, up 3 spots from where he started tonight's race. Tucker now runs in third inside of that 99 Ford Mustang. It is quite a battle out here, because I mean, you've got some gaps here. We're looking around and we're seeing some gaps between a few of these drivers, but you've got a lot of different strategies playing out right now. I mean, Adam Pettit, Damian Liniger, both of those drivers extending their runs, extending their fuel runs all the way into about the 25 to 27 lap to go range. So they're going to be able to go almost to the end of this race without having to pit again. The drivers in front of them, they're going to have to pit at least one more time, if not 2, with the way that they have been breaking up their runs. Going to be interesting if any of these drivers switch the game plan halfway through, if any of the crew chiefs decide, you know what, audible, Omaha, we're doing something different. I mean, you just never know at a road course. I mean, that's kind of the way it is in the pits, eating dinner, huh? That is definitely not a good night. If you got some hot dogs and some ice cream, we could use some over here in the booth. This pizza not hitting very well down here in Daytona. There you can see Tommy Haynes in the 17 machine. He's running back in the 15th position right now. We'll jump back up here with Rhett Tucker. He's just in front of Darren Clement. Clement being listed off of the lead lap, as we have multiple drivers off the lead lap. Adam Pettit actually falling off of the lead lap by making that pit stop. Interesting enough, Damian Liniger, he's been able to keep himself on the lead lap. We'll go back here, check in with your pole sitter real quick. Liniger had multiple off-track excursions here tonight, really affecting the start of the race for him, and it has just kind of snowballed from that point on. Liniger with multiple little incidents here tonight, to say the least, and here he is battling once again with some fellow drivers. Liniger all over that 8 of Ryan Sizemore, trying to get around that machine. Sizemore going to go to the high side and sit in that 14th spot, but he's got to be careful, because Tommy Haynes in the 14, he's going to look to the inside, and Haynes going to take that 14th spot away from Sizemore as Liniger makes his way down the backstretch. Where's your race leader, Andrew Mraz? Right there, coming through the international, what do they call it? I forget what they even call it. The international something horseshoe. There you go, the international horseshoe. I had an aha moment. Man, I'm telling you right now, Andrew Mraz, he is a road course racer, man, getting it tonight. Not only has he been able to take that top spot away from Michael Mueller, who had a bit of a mistake, had 2 or 3 of them really that compounded into losing that race lead, but once Mraz took the race lead, he has not looked back. He has started to stretch his legs just a little bit with 23 laps to go. He's got 2 seconds over Michael Mueller now, who's fading a little bit in that 51. Whoa. Fast through the entry of that chicane there. The 38 looked a little bit sideways. And as we have passed the halfway point here tonight, why don't we run down your driver highlights and spotlights? We'll begin with your top 5 runners on the track as they go around there. You can see that 38 of Andrew Mraz looking to bring a checkered flag and a trophy back to East Lansing up there in Michigan. The Mitten State. Can the 4X M2 Speed Labs racing driver get the job done here tonight? Mraz runs in first. Driver back here running in that second spot after leading a vast majority of this race. The driver in that iRacing sponsored 51 Ford Mustang, Michael Mueller, runs in second. Back here in third, the 99 of Brett Tucker. He's going to bring his machine around the start finish line and back to turn number 1. Can he get that 99 Ford Mustang any closer to the front of the field? We'll have to wait to see how it plays out for him. Can the Rush Racing driver get any further up in the podium spots? We'll have to wait to see. Tucker runs third. Back here in the 4th position, Brett Maffitt gonna cross the line. That's the gap. That's the distance. 30 seconds between the 3rd and the man right here on screen inside of that Blues Diecast 41 Toyota Supra. Pierce Maffitt runs in 4th. Little bit of a heartbreaking run here tonight for Damian Linegar, driver out of Bakersfield, California. The ERSCA Racing driver started tonight's race with the pole position for the 2nd week in a row. Had some trouble on lap number 1, and Linegar since has been on the road, on a recovery road ever since here. Tonight he sits. Just the last driver slotted in your top 5. Gonna take a look at your biggest mover of the race here tonight, sitting inside of his Ayers iRacing Paints number 30 Ford Mustang, Justin Gann, driver out of Virginia Beach, Virginia, in the RB Custom Rigs Ayers iRacing Paint sponsored 4X racing machine. Justin Gann runs in 6th spot after gaining 16 here tonight. Gonna give this man an honorable mention as well. Driver out of Lenexa, Kansas, Adam Pettit in the 58 Ford Mustang. He's up 15 spots from where he started tonight's race, and Pettit at one time was a lot closer to the front of the field. He's had himself some trouble. Rhett Tucker, the 99, gonna come to pit road this time by for what will be his 3rd stop of the race here tonight. Gonna stay right here with this battle as it looks like Jim Otten, that Auto Owners Insurance number 4 Chevy Camaro. He's looking for a spot here. Can he get the lucky shot for up there and inside of the top 10? A little bit further, Otten runs. Last driver inside of your top 10. Still 1 lap down, I do believe 1 lap down to your race leader. And Otten gonna pass Pettit. He'll take that lucky dog position, although we will not see a lucky dog here. I guess a little bit of bragging rights if you are a lap down to, well, at least I was the first car a lap down. You know what I mean? I mean, that's something, especially with the pace that's being set by the men at the front of this field. Check out this 38 machine. He's gonna go by the 00 of Mick Hunt and his Toyota Supra, the Depends Toyota Supra. And well, I really don't know what to say. I mean, God, look at this. Mraz, Mueller, they have set an astounding pace as Mraz and Mueller both going to peel off and come to pit road this time by Rhett Tucker. All ready to pit road for the 3rd time. He's out on the track. He's already up to speed, and he is heading down the backstretch into the backstretch chicane. How close can he get to Mueller and Mraz as they are still heading down pit road in the pit boxes now? Left side up and down, right side goes up and down for Mraz, and he's down and away. Mueller down and away. up to speed now, catching some gears. Tucker gonna close in, but it's not gonna be enough. Trouble through the NASCAR chicane there on the front stretch, and Tucker gonna lose just a little bit more ground. Jason Ayerson with some trouble. Oh gosh, what happened here with Ayerson? Let's go back and check the replay, see what happened with this 44. High above the track from the blimp cam here, down into the final corner going into, oh, and just locked up the brakes there. Couldn't make the corner. It was a big time moment there, not going into the tire barrier across that corner. Great save there by Ayerson. We'll jump back up here with Rhett Tucker still running in that third spot as Andrew Mraz. He has kept the race lead, and he has got himself a good gap now. Check that out. 7-second advantage. My gosh. Absolutely killed him coming off of pit road, and this might be why. Let's check and see what happened with Mueller there. You can see him down into the International Horseshoe off of the track, back on the grass once again. Lost 3.3 seconds right there alone, and that is what has put Mraz way out front now, leading tonight's race comfortably by just over 6.5 seconds. And it looks like we are going to see a new race winner here tonight. Race number 5 in season number 3 for Swift Motorsports. Butt kicker, Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. This man on screen, the 38 of Andrew Mraz, heading back into turn number 1. 6.5 second advantage over Michael Mueller. Mueller has yet to go to victory lane as well. So top 2 drivers going to break or have a chance to break into the championship chase grid. Rhett Tucker sits in third. He's been to victory lane 2 weeks ago, I believe it was, when Tucker went to victory lane. We're trying to catch that stat, get it right for you. Let's see if we can find it. And yes, Phoenix was where Tucker went to victory lane a handful of weeks ago, as we had 2 off weeks just a handful of weeks ago, to be exact. Damian Liniger with some more trouble. He's going to go off track and around. He's going to lose a little bit of ground and some time. He'll regain composure, get the car headed back in the right direction. Liniger runs fourth. Not a whole lot of battles really to speak of. We'll tune into one of them right here. This is probably your closest battle on screen. Adam Pettit just off in front of Jim Ott. Ott and Pettit both listed off of the lead lap. They are both right there behind Andrew Mraz. Both of them, however, have yet to come to pit road, and lap traffic may come into play. How are they going to play with that 51 of Michael Mueller as he is closing in, and he is right behind these two? Mraz able to get by the lap markers, by the back tail end of the field. Can Mueller get by just as quick, or is he going to lose some more ground? And it looks like Jim Ott, he's going to go ahead and head to pit road this time by. That's going to leave Mueller with just Adam Pettit to try to make his way around to catch back up to Andrew Mraz. Now 7.5 seconds out in front, as there you can see that 44 of Jason Ayerson going to come off of pit road, rejoin the track. Ayerson running back in 16th. And we got a pass way in the back. Not sure how that even happened. Vadim Kosadoy and Don Kidder passing each other for 27th position out there on the track. Your race control officials having some fun up there in the booth as well. Nicholas Shriver still on to pit road after fixing his damaged machine here. He is still down there beating, banging, got the sledgehammers out, trying to massage the car back to the track. And well, as we've worked our way just under 20 laps to go, we're going to step away for just a brief commercial break. pay a few bills here. You won't miss any of the action as we go swift, side by side. And as promised, not missing any of the action here as we went with our swift side-by-side here for race number 5 at the Daytona Road Course in season number 3 for the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Breezy Acre Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. Whoa, and Jason Harrison on the brakes hard there, trying to stay out of the 32 of Darren Clement. Clement has a lap or two over Jason Harrison at this point in time in the race. Harrison sits outside of the top 15, back in the 16th position. Shriver and Courier, both of those drivers have a moment off of track. They're going to get it corrected and headed back in the right direction. Not a lot of real battles out there for position on the track. One of the only battles on the track for position, well, that's going to pretty much go away. Thought we did have a battle there for position for a moment there. Hunter Courtier in that 98 machine. He had Nick Hunt, the 00, all over him for a second. He's going to be able to slot away from him just a little bit, slip off into the distance. Justin Gann going to hit pit road for what will be possibly his final time of tonight. Gonna stay right here with this little bit of a mix-up between these drivers there. You can see that 99 of Brett Tucker. He's trying to make his way by the 00 of Nick Hunt. Hunt already listed off in the lead lap. And how about that, race fans? Only 5 drivers left on the lead lap. Andrew Mraz and Michael Mueller, they have put a blistering pace on the field here tonight. And Mraz, he has checked out. He gone. 9.6 second advantage over Michael Mueller. He can definitely bring this thing on home. Just got to keep it on the asphalt. And one more pit stop for those top 2 drivers before the end of tonight's race. And Mraz has trouble. Mraz with an issue on track. Oh no, what has happened to Andrew Mraz? We'll take a look back here real quick. The 38 with some trouble. Down into the corner, and he's going to get sideways, loop the car. He's going to give up a ton of time. Oh my gosh, that is a big time mistake for your race leader, Andrew Mraz. Mueller closing in now by 6 seconds, all the way back down to a 3-second gap. Oh my gosh. And I mean, another, just one moment just like that, and you can see what can happen. You can see all the track time that you give up here. And my gosh, Andrew Mraz, I'm not sure that if he has another moment like that, I'm not sure he's going to be able to keep that spot at the top of this field. But right now, he's pulling that gap right on back, already back up over 5 seconds. Mraz, man, I'm telling you what, he is a road courser. Getting the 10 top, the heavy 10 tops around this track. And I tell you what, if there was one car out of the NASCAR series that I would not like to drive on a road course, it's this Xfinity machine right here. It is very tough to get through the corners, very tough to get woed up and into the corner the way that I particularly like. Oh, and Andrew Mraz, what happened here? A little bit of trouble, Mraz. Oh my gosh. What has happened here? Looks like everything kind of went blank for a moment. What has happened here? This is very interesting now. Looks like everybody listed out of the race. First time we've seen this. Uh-oh. Bear with us for just a moment here, race fans. We're going to take a quick commercial break, see if we can't figure out what has happened here. Looks like server may have had some trouble. Give us a moment. We'll be right back. back at the track after a little bit of a crazy end to tonight's race number 5 here at the Daytona International Superspeedway, the Daytona Road Course. Looks like server indeed crashing out on the iRacing side of things, so that's going to bring an end to tonight's race. And well, we're going to go ahead and see if we can't catch in and have a few words with some of your podium finishers here tonight. Let's see if we can't dial up and have a few words in with the driver inside of that 99 machine, Rhett Tucker's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, how your mom and them, Dave?
Man, my mom and them good. How about yours? My man. Love
That
it.
was wild, huh?
Man, crazy, ain't it? I mean, I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Dude, I almost cried. I thought it was just my internet that went out, but thankfully that wasn't the case.
Yeah, I had no clue. I was like, everybody's gone. I know they can't leave that fast.
Right. I don't know. I was waiting for Andrew and Michael to wreck in those last 10 laps. I kind of needed that, but that's cool. At least I can take a break now. That's rough without cautions, man.
Oh yeah, road course racing, very tough. Local yellows only. How tough is it to get these Xfinity cars woed up and into those chicanes? It seemed like that, as well as I believe that is turn number 3 or 4. That first big right-hander that you have after turn number 1 seemed to catch a few drivers out. How tough is it to get these cars through these corners?
It's like driving a 70,000-pound dump truck around this place, man. They don't stop, they don't turn, and you gotta get on the throttle like there's eggshells under it, man. It's tough. Takes a lot of discipline and patience for sure.
Well, Rhett, walking away tonight with a 3rd place, you're going to back up some good runs so far here tonight. You went to no, 2nd place last night at Phoenix, so a good run, backing up a good run once again. How you feeling looking towards Darlington next week here in the Xfinity Series?
I'm pumped, man. I really like Darlington running the wall. As long as I can just stay out of trouble, man, and keep these top 3s up, we'll be looking good. I gotta string together some good finishes, just stay out of harm's way, and get ready for the playoffs.
Well, man, again, congratulations on the 3rd place here tonight. And before we let you go, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home on that 99 machine?
Yeah, man. Thank you to you and everybody at Turn 3 for doing this every night, or every week for us. Everybody at Swift, Malwarebytes, Prosper Engineering, Primary Jeeps, Hummers, and Argos. Love you, April. Thanks for supporting me. Love you, Mom. Thanks for supporting me. Everybody that tunes in. I'm gonna. Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. Thank you.
All right, my man. Well, again, congratulations with a great run here. And we'll try to catch up with you again at Darlington. And we'll see if everybody can stay on track next week.
Thanks, Dave.
All right, there you have it. Final few parting words from the driver inside of that 99 machine. Rhett Tucker gonna walk away with yet another podium here in Swift Motorsports, and that's gonna move us right along to our driver that walked away with 2nd place here tonight. Let's see if we can't dial up and have a few words with the driver inside of that 51 machine, Michael Mueller. It's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing, Dave?
Doing pretty good. How about yourself, my man?
We're doing pretty good. P2 got cut a little bit short there, but not mad at that. I lost my good friend, so it's never a bad day when we come home 1-2.
Well, never a bad day to come home 1-2, but how do you feel after dropping that top spot? You had this race in your command there, and just a little rough go through that one chicane and gave up that top spot. What's it like having an advantage like that and watching it kind of slip away?
I mean, it's always it sucks to have that lead, and he was catching me big time though in pit road entry. I mean, it was by a couple seconds every stop. I couldn't figure out how to not slide through pit road entry. Um, And then when I hit the turtles in the last bus stop there, that kind of toasted my motor a little bit. I was kind of struggling on RPM the rest of the race, and it sucks. It was nice enough though to for Justin to let us in here and kind of get some practice in for tomorrow night when we run the Cup race here. So all in all, I'll take a P2, and we definitely got to clean up some things before Cup tomorrow night. Kind of get the off tracks under control, get the little bit of brake control. Totally different car, but we'll be ready for it.
All right. Well, Michael, again, congratulations with a solid run here tonight. You led multiple laps. You're going to walk away with the second place here tonight. So before we let you go, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back at the shop on that 51?
Yeah, absolutely. All my guys at M2 Speed Labs, we put all the practices, together and get all the road racing stuff. Everybody knows I'm mainly a road course driver, so this was kind of, my wheelhouse here. So my teammate, Andrew Mraz, we always work together, always work well, give and take a lot. So you in the booth, I mean, first I've talked to you in a while, actually. I just finished out last season, and first time this season. So appreciate you being here, and Justin and Andy, Don, everybody who runs the league, gets everything going every week.
All right. Well, Michael, again, congratulations on a great run here tonight, and we'll see if we can catch up with you a little bit later on through the season if we see you back here on the track.
Absolutely. If I can, if they allow me back, I'll definitely come in and try to make a couple more of these.
Well, I'm gonna pull some strings. I'll see what I can do.
All right, perfect. Yeah, you do that for me.
All right, there you go. Final parting words from the driver in the 51 Ford Mustang, Michael Mueller, after leading multiple laps here tonight. Gonna walk away, gonna fall short to a good friend, buddy, and teammate on the track. Mueller gonna walk away with the second spot, and well, that's gonna bring us to the man of the moment, the man of the hour, walking away with the top spot here tonight. Let's catch up with your race winner, the 4 of Andrew Mraz. It's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey Dave, how are you doing?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. How about yourself after a rain shortened is what we'll call it, a race here tonight at Daytona?
Oh, doing pretty good. It was a fun track. I love road courses, so looking forward to tomorrow in the next gen Cup car, and um, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be between Mueller and I tomorrow, and it was definitely between Mueller and I today. Um, but yeah, it was a total blast.
Now we heard Michael mention that he got over some of the turtles and kind of damaged that engine a little bit. Do you think that is the biggest part of the racing here on the road courses with those big turtles that they have in some of these chicanes? Is it really about just keeping the car off of those turtles and obviously on the pavement?
Definitely. Those turtles, if you hit them with any speed, even 30 miles an hour, you're gonna have that either right front or left front start going up in the air and bouncing back down, causing damage to the splitter or even suspension, sometimes even knocking the radiator out. So you definitely have to be careful and go from and just take us nice and easy around those turtles in the chicanes.
Well, Andrew, your first race win here this season, halfway through the regular season. How are you feeling now that you know that you've got that race win to fall back on? You're in the championship chase now. Uh, how do you approach the final 5 races of the regular season, and how are you looking forward to the chase?
Oh, I'm actually just a one-off driver for tonight just
Oh
to get more
no,
experience.
we don't
Yeah,
allow that, man. No, that is not allowed.
it's a Kyle Busch move, I know, but got to get some practice before your actual race that you want to make sure that you see what the new track layout's going to be and all that stuff. I didn't realize that we were going to have a chicane before the pit road, so I'm glad that I did the race tonight.
Well, man, I guess since it's a one-off, showing up and showing out for sure, you and your teammate, I believe Mueller, also just a Cup driver with Swift Motorsports in the Hyperdrive Racing Cup Series. So both of you guys absolutely putting the team on the map and letting all the rest of the Cup drivers know, hey, we ain't playing around when it comes to road course.
Definitely. if we actually had like GTE cars or GT3 cars, it would be so much fun. Mueller's always good with those cars, and so is Darren, and I'm sure a few other drivers that we race against. But we're in the Cup car, so it's going to be a little bit more equal footing where people don't know the full extent of what they can do, but having a road course background definitely helps.
Absolutely, my man. Well, congratulations on the one-off win here tonight, walking away with the checkered flag and the trophy here tonight. So, Andrew, again, congratulations. Before we let you go, though, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Speedco for being a sponsor on this car, primary sponsor on this car, and Love's Truck Stop. Um, Also, I'd like to thank Mueller for helping me learn the track a little bit, where to push, where not to push, and the braking zones. You, Dave, for broadcasting it, the rain shortened race, and Justin for putting on this amazing league. Don and Andy for um, admitting, even though we didn't really have any admitting to do because it's a road course. There's no real cautions or anything. But all in all, it was a good race, and that's pretty much it.
All right, Andrew. Well, my man, we'll try to see if we can catch up with you again some point in time this season. Maybe we can get you back in. Maybe we can pull a few strings and see if we can't see you back once again in the Xfinity series. But congratulations on the race win here tonight. Good luck for you and your teammate tomorrow night, and we'll see how it goes.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right, there you have it. Your race winner inside of that 38 machine, Andrew Mraz, getting the job done here tonight. Listed as the 4 machine in the Cup cars. That's why we mentioned him as the number 4, but the 38 here tonight in the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Breezy Acre Dairy Farms Xfinity Series rain shortened race tonight. That's how we're going to call it. That's what went down. And just like that, the biggest monsoon has passed by in sunny skies once again down here in Daytona, Florida. Tough break for a lot of the race car drivers out there. Still about 13 laps remaining when we had that rain hit the track and we had to end the racing here tonight. No wet weather tires being brought here to Daytona. The forecast did not call for it, so a little bit of an unfortunate circumstance, but nonetheless, drivers dealing with it with poise and class, to say the least. And well, not much for us left to do here from inside of the broadcast booth, except begin to roll up some of the wires and some of the cords and get ready to head towards Darlington. Producers hitting the music buttons in the background. It's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results here in race number 5, the Daytona Road Course for the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Breezy Acre Farms Xfinity Series. Andrew Mraz gonna show up, show out. He'll take the checkered flag in the top spot away here tonight. Michael Mueller in the 51 going to come home second, rounding out your podium tonight. The 99 of Rhett Tucker. Your pole sitter, Danny and Lennon, you're going to have some trouble. He'll fall back through the field, but finish inside the top 5. Lineker walks away 4th. Pierce Maffett in the 41 machine going to round out your top 5. Justin Gann going to finish tonight's race back in 6th. Hunter Cordier in the 98 back in 7th. Adam Pettit with a solid run. Great recovery by him in the 58 crew. He'll walk away in 8th. The Depends Toyota Supra 00 machine of Nick Hunt going to slot home in 9th, while the Busch 32 Ford Mustang piloted by Darren Clement gonna round out your top 10. Jim Ott in the 4 machine gonna walk away 11th. Dustin Scruggs back in 12th. The 17 of Tommy Haynes gonna finish tonight's race back in 13th. 14th spot tonight goes to Ryan Sizemore, while the 44 of Jason Harrison finishes tonight's rain shortened race in the 15th position. 16th tonight goes to Gary May. Jim Thorndike back in 17th. 18th spot tonight to Stephen Ayers Jr. 19th from the track, the 18 of Casey Duncan. Nicholas Schreiber going to bring one home in the 20th spot. 7th, the number 7 of Tommy Holt going to finish back in 21st. Gary Wells back in 22nd. Jeff Gluckner gonna finish in 23rd. Todd Gray with early trouble. The 22 will finish in 24th spot. And there you can see rounding out your field here tonight, the 5 of Chad Osborne. Don't forget about our race control and admins up there in the control room. Andy Starcher, Vadim Kosaroy, and Don Kidder keeping everything straight out there on the road course race here tonight. And well, that's about it. That's about all she wrote. If you haven't already, race fans, join us in the push for 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. Head on over there, drop these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side to get notified anytime we go live. The Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, David the Cave, or anybody else back at the headquarters, we do appreciate you coming in, stopping by, week in, week out, night in and night out. I mean, what's left to say? Great racing action here tonight from Daytona International Super Speedway on the first road course race of season number 3. And well, as the music comes to an end, the race is over. Sun's back out. Stay safe. Stay loved, my friends. And until next time, we'll meet you in turn 3.